on it. We are waiting, 1 more minute to go. Hello, Kwakanya. Hope you can hear us, sweetheart. Hello, Neil. Welcome. Hello, Mika. Welcome. Hello, William and James. Welcome. Right, everybody, we're going to start now. I'm going to share my screen and we can start with our meeting, our lesson, just our meeting. Yeah. Right, yeah, welcome to the third lesson, lesson 3. We've come a long way. Lesson 3 already. Reminder that if you need to ask an important question, you can click on the hand and then I will either switch on the microphone so you can speak or read your message. And newsflash, people, good news. You can send me an email message and you can include your programs or your pictures. And this is the email address, iquin@africateamgeeks.co.za. I'll go back to that slide again so you can make a note of it. iquin@africateamgeeks.co.za, so you can write that down. Or you can go and watch the YouTube channel, or go on the YouTube channel later today and go and watch it and see the email address there. So now you can go and attach your programs to an email message. Ask your parents to help you do that. So that's exciting news. So now I can see all your programs and send you things as well, because once I've got your email address, I can send you items. Okay, then what do we have here? Well, this is basically our schedule, you know, so to speak. We want to go through all of these animals before the end of our whole long holiday schedule. The first one we still here, number 1, where Bear's going to go and walk along and then talk to Elephant. All right, today we'll use the following blocks. Of course, we're going to move an object around on the background. Now, I'll use the word object because it's either an object or it's a sprite or an actor. There's 3 words for the same thing. So if I say sprite, that you know we're talking about the animals, and I might just call them animals. And then that's what we're going to be dealing with, the little animals on the screen or on the stage. So we move the object around in the background. The background is another word for a background is screen or stage. Like I said, there's a stage or a screen or the background. So the official word is object. And the background is the official word for your stage or your screen. So if you hear any of those words, object, sprite, or actor, then you know we're talking about like the animals that walk around. And if you hear the word background, screen, or stage, then you know we're talking about the program interface, which the program will run on, where the animals will walk around on. Right, so these are the blocks. You see there's 3 blue ones, there's 2 purple blocks, and there's 3 orange, you see the yellow block over here, when the green arrows, a green flag, call it an arrow, it's a flag. When the green flag is clicked, that is a yellow block. So, right, you can remove your funny face. Yes, it's a nice smiley face, but you must take it off now, okay? Thank you. The 3 orange, 1 yellow, 2 purple, and 3 blue. But you don't have to memorize that now. You'll see when we do them. And that is what we're going to do. We will have fun learning. You need to tell me if you can see my screen still. If you cannot see the screen, please let me know. And welcome to everybody who came late. Right, so before I carry on, what I'm going to do here in the chat, I'm going to send the files that we need for backdrops. You see the backdrops, those picture files for backdrops. I'll send it again now, yeah, on the Zoom chat. And I will also send the program we did yesterday. Try and see if I can send that on our Zoom chat, okay? Program from yesterday, bear walks. Let's see if it'll go through. Might not. It might not work. Okay, it did work. Oh, I've sent it to only one person. I'm so sorry, people. Granny over here. Right, let's try that again. Right, bear walks is going through on the chat. And we are going to send the pictures that you need for your backdrop through the chat. For now, we'll do it this way until we've got the system sorted out, so that you can just get it off MS Zora, which will be soon, very soon. So this is a handy way to deal with that problem right now. So you can download those, and remember you can download them and use them the way you wish to use them. Right, now what we're going to do is continue with our program. Like I said, bear must go walk, 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 and then talk to elephant. Well, remember we had these blocks, so I'm just going to do only this part I'm going to do again. I'm going to remove this because I want to move it back off the screen. I'm going to start over, so I'm going to move these blocks back off the screen. So what I do is I click on it and I drag to the left. You click on it and drag it to the left. Before we start moving Mr. Bear around, we have to make sure that he is selected. In other words, you must either click on it over here at the bottom, where all the actors or sprites are. They're called sprites in this program. So, and then I actually think I'm going to stop sharing this screen and rather just share the other screen. That would be better. You wouldn't have to have all the other messages popping up on your side. Right, so can we all see the screen? You can do whatever you want. You're probably more advanced than a lot of the children. Right, now thank you. Okay. So what we're going to do now is move Bear from this corner right to there. Now there's things that we must worry about first before we move him. We have to select the bear at the bottom here. We must make sure it's selected, and the way to check is to see that it is sitting there in the top right hand corner of this big middle screen. So he's there. It's a bit shaded out, but we know that bear is selected because we can see the picture there. Then we have to realize we want to start a program, so we're going to go to events and use our block called when the green flag is clicked, just like yesterday. Then the next thing that we can do is move 10 steps. So we go to the motion blocks here on the left-hand side and we find move 10 steps. So that's good. When the green arrow is clicked, we move 10 steps. Thank you, Chevelle. So once we have moved 10 steps, we actually use good programming practices and we stop the code. So we've got to go to our control box, which has an end stop, sorry, not an end box, a stop all. So that is where we left off yesterday. So when the green arrow is clicked, then bear moved 10 steps. And remember, we changed it to 100 so that we could move a little bit further. So when I double click this block, it moves over there. Can you see what's going to happen each time I click the flag? It keeps on moving, doesn't he? And he's even going to go right off. So that's not good enough. We don't want the bear to keep moving like that. We want to, when we run our program, we want the bear to start at the place where we put him originally. Because if we keep running the program, okay, there he's going, then we run the program again, and then he moves that away. We want him to start off, each time we run this program, we want him to start off over here in this place, right there. So guess what we have to do? We have to set up our bear. We have to initialize. It's a big word, initialize. It's basically setting it up so that he starts at the right place. And we do that by telling him, well, putting in code so that the bear, or you can say telling him, bear, go to your place. And his place is right here. So we're going to put in code to tell him to go to that place before he moves anywhere else. So where will we find go to somewhere? When we say go to, we know that we are moving. He's going to be in motion. So we go to our motion, blue motion blocks. And there we have a go to. Now there's a go to X and Y coordinate, and there's a go to random position. Well, that random position is not going to help us. Okay, either random position, or you can go to the mouse pointer, and there's a lot of options. You can go to the cat, you can go to bed. No, we don't want to do that. We want him to actually physically walk. Well, it's going to look like he's walking. So we can't use go to random. We're going to use this other go to. The go to X, Y. Now, this is a little bit maybe advanced, but it's very easy to get the proper X, Y. X is horizontal. You know, when you're lying down, you're horizontal. Luckily, we're not horizontal. We're sitting up. So when you're standing up, you are vertical. So the Y is standing up and the X is lying down. So X is horizontal, like walking, lying down. You know, we are flat. Sleeping. When we sleep, we lie down. That's the X position. The Y position is when we stand up. So X is this part over here. There's a value for X right there, just underneath our little window, our little display window here, our stage. Under the stage, you'll see X and Y. I hope you can all see that. So the X, there's a number there called -129. So I'm going to go and click inside there, and you see it's already there because I moved there. But if I move around this, oh no, it's not changing. Okay. Okay, now it's -127. What's approximate? We just move our bear onto the place where we want to start, and then we go and read the number for X. It's -129, and we go and type it in there. -129 is there already, thank goodness. But then we go read the number for Y. It says -143 here. So we're going to go into this section here and we type -143. And there we have it. We've got the X and the Y numbers in our two little blocks there. Right, so we've set up the bear. Other thing that we want to worry about is the bear going to go that way, or is he going to go backwards? Well, we have a direction for each one of these sprites. This direction says it's 90, and we know we proved it that he is going 90, but if he was going backwards, it would be minus 90. So you can see this little circle here is very useful. It'll show us in which direction the sprite or the animal is going to move once we start making it move. So the 90 is good. We're good to go with the 90. Okay, other thing that you have to worry about is our costume. Well, guess what? I want to make this bear look like he is really walking. I don't want him to look like he's standing while he's moving. You know, let's be adventurous here. So we're going to go and load up some costumes for Bear so that he changes his costume while he walks. And there are costumes for Bear to walk. What am I talking about costume? Well, remember we uploaded sprites before. We chose a sprite and so on. Now for every sprite, we can choose a costume. So remember when you're acting on a stage, I'm sure many of you do that at school, when you go and act on stage and then you've got a costume for a bird and then you've got to go off stage and then you've got to change your costume and maybe you're going to be a dog next or something, you know, you change costumes between the scenes. Well, this is what's going to happen with our sprites or our little objects or actors here, our animals in other words. Our animal is going to change costume. So how do we do that? We make sure we clicked on the animal. We'll see that it is selected there. Then we go to costumes over here. See costumes? At the moment, Bear's got two costumes. He's got one standing up, which we're going to use when Bear talks to his animal friends. And we've got one with him just standing looking. He's just standing, he's not walking. We want him to actually walk, you know, like move his legs. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go and choose a costume. So we go to choose a costume and we click on the choose a costume because it's going to be automatic costumes. Can you see this menu is very much the same? It is the same as a menu over here for choosing a sprite, but we're over here on this side of the screen, just moved onto that little round circle, and we're going to decide what we're going to do. Do we want to paint it? No, it's going to be too difficult, take too long. Are we going to get a surprise costume? Nope. We don't want to just get a random costume. Are we going to upload a costume? No, not this time. We can even take a photograph, but no, I don't have any bears here right now or walking, so I can't take any photos of bears walking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a costume from our MS Sora library. So I click on that. And then I'm going to click on animals. Looks very same as our other screen, doesn't it? Ah, look at the bear walking steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, there's a lot of steps. So bear's going to really walk a lot. Going to step, step, step. And you can see they're numbered A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can make bear walk using these pictures, they're costumes. So I'm going to choose Bear A, and there's Bear A, Bear walks A. Then I'm going to go and choose another costume. I'm going to choose Bear B, Bear walk B. There it is, Bear walk B. Then I'm going to choose another costume, and we're going to go to the animals, and we will have Bear walk C. And we're going to choose all of them. Why not? Okay, this stage is not that big, but we might have to change the size of Bear. And then we're going to click choose a costume again. We've got C. Now we're going to go and choose D. So we've got A, B, C, D. And we're going to choose a costume again. And we're going to choose E. Then we're going to go and choose another costume. This animal is going to change costume. I'm going to choose F. Then we're going to choose, I hope this is the last one. There's so many. G. Oh no, there's two more. We're going to bear walk G. And then the last one, choose a costume. Animals, bear walk H. Remember, you have to always choose the category over here if you want to get the right picture quickly. These are all pictures, by the way. Right, so there we go. Let's make sure we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So you remember all the costumes that we have, A, B, C, D, A to H. We also have bear B, which is bear standing up, and we have bear A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with bear walk. Or shall we start with bear A? No, we can start with bear A. Okay? Bear A standing still. So in my code, take note here, this is the costumes, and there's a tab up there that says code. So we must click on code. And then we can get back to our codes, our blocks here with all the different colors. What we have to do is, we were looking, what am I going to look for? Oh yeah, we're going to change costume. We're going to switch costume, and the reason why we're going to switch costume, we're going to have a switch costume button here to make sure that bear is standing. Because remember what I showed you before when you ran the program, which was going there and was staying there? We had to move him back. Well, when we're changing the costumes all the time, we don't want to be left with him. When we start this program, we want to see him standing. So we make sure about that by going to looks. Looks, that's costume, that's the way something looks, okay? And we can say switch costume to, so we put that underneath the blue one, and then we can use this drop down arrow here, and we choose bear A. So switch costume to bear A, which is good. Before we start moving, we're going to set up bear so he's 100% perfect, and that's one thing that programmers do, always make sure everything is perfect before another part of the program is running. This is how we're going to do to initialize everything. Right, what's another thing we have to worry about before we can start walking? Well, we've got where he's supposed to start. There's the place. We start in the starting point. We've made sure that he has the right costume on, standing and looking costume. And then we also have to make sure he's pointing in the right direction so that he can walk in the right direction. Okay, let's go and have a look at hand raising. I've got a participant handing, showing hands. So let's see. Who's raised a hand? Oops. Oh, there we go. Make this larger so I can see better. Avi, okay. Avi, did you raise your hand, Avi? I see you've got a cup of, okay. Right, Ryan. Okay, Avi's my hand is not raised anymore, so I'm going to, Ryan asked.
I actually have a book on this. I have a coding book that has this same thing, so I know where this is going.
Okay, that's good. That's good, my sweetheart. Okay. Okay, Avi, did you want to ask a question, Avi?
No, I accidentally put up my hand.
Oh, okay. That's good, sweetheart. Right. Okay, move on. Right, where are we going? Oh, we've done we've gone to the right place. We switched the costume, but we also want to point in the right direction, which is that way. And therefore, we make sure that we are pointing in the direction of 90. Can you see the arrows going to the direction that we wanted to point to? So there we go. So let's go and point in direction. How do we change the pointing direction? Well, I think that's motion, eh? So let's go look at the motion. You'd think that maybe it's looks, but it actually isn't. You can go and search for it, but it's not there. Let's go look to motion. Pointing direction, there it is. So sometimes you have to go and look for your blocks. So pointing direction, 90. Yeah, done. Right, so if we had to go and add this in here now and click our green, see, I've added the move 100 steps and stop all. There's a move 100 steps and stop all. I added those two codes there we did yesterday. The stop all is stopping the whole program. We set up bear. Now this is the code that will run, we call it the code or the blocks that will operate in the order that they are in when we click our green flag. So I'm going to click the green flag. Oh, nothing happens. Doesn't look like anything is happening, is it? But if we go and physically move our bear to there, then it's fine. But if it happens so fast that it's going to X and Y, switches costume, points in direction, and moves in a fraction of a second. So if I go there and I click my green flag, and then I click the green flag again, and you see it's going back to the place and then doing it in so fast. We can actually put in something to pause. It's called the process as just running so fast. And there's no way of pausing it. We want to see the actions take place. So guess what I'm going to do? Before we move 100 steps, I'm going to put in a wait. And let's see what happens if I put in a wait box. So wait, where's wait? Wait, there we go. We're gonna tell the bear to wait, and then he can move. How many seconds do you want the bear to wait before he moves? Let's see. See, wait is there after he's changed after we changed the parents and everything and gone to the right place and putting the direction. We tell him to wait, but what's going to happen after that? Then he's going to move. So how many seconds do you want him to wait? I think if you're 1 second, it's going to take too long. I'm going to say 0.4. Let's see, 0.4 seconds. Oh, let's keep it at 1 and see what happens, eh? Why not? Right, so I'm going to click the green arrow and let's see what happens. Can you see? Now we can see him moving. And I'll click the green arrow again. Click the green arrow again. Yeah, 1 second was fine. There we go. So now he's moved. Now, we want him to start walking with changing costumes. We want the costumes to change while he walks. So he looks, you know, his legs going walk, 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 walk. Like animals are supposed to walk. We're nearly there, but before we do that, we actually realize that 100 steps only gets to there. We have to change a costume every 10 steps. We can change a costume every 10 steps. So that's what we're going to do. Let's move 10 steps. We know that when we move 10 steps, what happens when we move 10 steps? He's only going a short way again. And when I click the arrow again, he's only going 10 steps. That's only 10 steps. That's not very far. But what if we keep on changing costumes, moving 10 steps, changing costume, move 10 steps, change costume, move another 10 steps? Let's try that. So we're waiting 1 second because after he's gone to his place, he waits 1 second and then he walks. So let's go and change a costume before he starts moving. We want to in walking mode. So we're going to go to looks and we're going to switch costume to, and let's switch costume to bear walk A. We've got nice letters A, B, C. So we're going to switch costume and then move 10 steps. Let's see what happens there. So I'm going to click the green arrow. There, you see, he's starting to walk. You can see he's got a walking costume on. Looking promising. So now, lucky I put the stop all there. I don't have to go and click the stop arrow there because the stop sign, because I've got stop all here. Right, now let's switch to costume B. I'm going to put in a switch to costume B. And he's going to walk another 10 steps. So we're going to go to move 10 steps. And let's go and run the program. In other words, click the green flag. You can also double click on the block itself. Now that goes very fast. We didn't see him actually change his costume, did we? No. Well, guess what? We can use our wait so that we can see him change the costume. I'll show it again to you. You cannot see him change his costume because it goes so fast. Okay. He's already on costume B. I'll look at costume B. He's on this costume already. Nah, that's not going to work. Well, it's too fast, so guess what? We put in a wait box. We had wait there, so we're going to wait again. This is going to slow it down. You see, the processor works so fast, the computer works so fast that you have to pause it so we can see the next activity. So wait, another 1 second, and then change costume and move 10 steps. So let's go and see Mr. Bear do that. I'm going to click the green arrow. Okay, go on. Go on. Sorry, somebody is stopped in my, for some reason I can't get, oh, okay, there I can get it now. It's fine. Okay, green arrow clicked. Yeah. Ah, can you see? It's quite slow, hey? There you can see. Did you all see the costume change? There we go. Can you see his change costume? I'll click it one more time so you can see there is change. 1 second in between. So we can keep on adding that. So what's going on here? Can you see there's some repetition going on here? We wait a second, switch costume A, and then move. Wait a second, switch costume B, and then move. I'm just going to right click on this block here, and then I'm going to duplicate that block so I don't have to go and get it again from the left-hand side. So wait a second and go to Bear Walk C. All right, somebody raised a hand. Let's go and see. Kwanga. Okay, I've unmuted you, I think. Have I? Yeah.
Ma'am, what does repetition mean?
It's repeating something, you know, doing it again.
Thank you.
Good question, sweetheart. Repetition is we're going to do something again. In this case, we're doing it again and again and again. And, well, we've got 1, 2, 3 sets here. Wait, switch to custom A, move, wait, switch to custom B, move, wait, switch to custom C, move, and then we're going to do another wait. Where's wait? I'm going to do it manually now. Wait, and then move to custom. Switch to custom, sorry. Switch to custom is purple. It looks. Switch to custom. So we've got A, B, C, and then D. Oh, I've got to go and click inside this. It's quite tricky because sometimes when you click on it, it runs the program, but don't worry. Just until you get this, you click inside this box here, you can change what's there. It says Bear Walk H. I want Bear Walk D. So I've got A, B, C, D. And then I'm going to move 10 steps. So the motion is over there. Move 10 steps. And then we're going to go and do it again. Wait. Wait for so many seconds. Switch to costume E. And then move 10 steps. So can you see that this is a pattern? These things are happening again and again. And to make it easier for me to add all these codes, all these blocks in here, I'm going to take this last one, right click on it and click on duplicate. And there I have another set of blocks. Okay, we're going to have to scroll down now, get all of this up there. And that's E, and then this one's going to be F. Oh, every time I click on it, it goes and runs the program. But don't worry, we just won't panic about that. We just we click again, and then we can choose F. And then, of course, I want to duplicate this again, so I have to move it off here. I have to move it off to make it quicker for me, and then right-click, and then duplicate. And I'm going to move that underneath there, and I'm going to put that puzzle piece back on to the bottom. That's nice, eh? Orange, purple, blue, orange, purple, blue, orange, purple, blue. Right, we've got, so far we've got bear walk A, bear walk B, bear walk C, bear walk D, bear walk E, bear walk F. And now we're going to choose bear walk G. And then we are going to Kabane. Sorry, Kabane. Sorry for disturbing everybody. Yes, sweetheart. Do you want to say something, love? Do you want me to unmute you? Or you're just happy? Right, so, okay, I haven't heard anything from Kabane. So don't worry, we're going to carry on. So we have A, B, C, D, E. Yes, Lovey?
Ma'am, what does costume mean in coding?
Okay, what does costume mean? Costume is the way the bear looks. If I'm clicked on the bear over here and I go to the costumes over here, and there you can see we've added all of these pictures, which changes the way the bear looks. It's like if you change a costume when you're acting in a play at school.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good boy. Right, so yeah, we're going to go and put that one over there, and we choose H, bear walk H. Now that's quite a lot of code, isn't it? But bear's going to walk across the stage, across here. We don't know how far he's going to go. He's probably going to go past the elephant. So, A, we've got switch costume to bear walk A, switch bear walk B, bear walk C, move, wait. Go to bear walk D, move and wait. Switch to costume bear walk E, move and wait. Switch to costume bear walk F, move 10 steps and wait 1 second. Switch to costume bear walk H, move 10 steps. We ended up with moving 10 steps. So when we finished moving 10 steps, we've gone through all the walking costumes. Shall we switch to costume? We'll switch to costume standing, the one that we like. So, don't be afraid if it goes into run mode when you click, you're trying to get to that arrow over there so we can click the drop down box to see all the options we have. Bear walk A is when you're standing and looking. So we're going to stop all right there. So there's our code so far. I'm going to click the run button. Go. Let's watch him walk. Where's he going to go? Oh, he only goes there. Hey. He's only halfway. He's halfway to the elephant. And we have got a problem that we've got a lot of code here, and we don't want to actually have all this code. We're going to keep these two behind here. We can see there's a pattern. There's a pattern going on here. Remember, I was copying and pasting those blocks all the time. Remember, I was copying and pasting these blocks. Switch. You see there's a pattern. How many times are we repeating this? How many times are we repeating this pattern? Let's count the times that we are repeating. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And that counts to the amount of costumes that we're changing to. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I've got 8. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 costumes that we are changing to. Let's go back to our code. How did I get to this class? Oh, I clicked on costumes and then we click on code. Right, so I can't make this wide on the screen, but let's move these things around here. Yeah, let's just move them around. Hey, we can do whatever we want because, you know, we can just fix it again later because we're in charge. When you're a programmer, you're in charge. Okay, so we just move it around. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many counting? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oops, you know what I forgot about? Costume G. So let's go and duplicate that. We have to have costume G. I never had costume G unless it got hidden somewhere. So there's 8 changes that we're doing here. So we can repeat 8 times going to the next costume, going to the next costume, going to the next costume, going to the next costume. And the costumes are in order over here. Look at costumes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're numbered. All the costumes got numbers. Costume number 1 is bear A. Costume number 2 is bear standing up. 3 is bear starting to walk. Valencia. Okay, you've got a hand up and we're going to go and let you ask a question.
Ma'am, so are we going to repeat the same thing until all of our letters are...
We are going to use repeat. Magic word repeat. Good girl.
Thank you.
Magic word is repeat. Yes, we are. Okay, so you can put your hand. Thank you. So now we're going to use repeat, like she said. Let's go and do it. In fact, I'm going to repeat this code 8 times. So let's go find repeat. There's a special block that we can use to repeat things, and it's in our, let's see, is it in events? It's either yellow or orange. In events, is it in events? Nah, I don't see repeat. The yellow blocks are very few, and they're mostly hat blocks. The orange is control. That will be repeat. Can you see there's a repeat 10 times? We can change that to 8. Not so. So let's change it to 8 and see what happens when we move this block. This is one of our 3 blocks squashed together. And we're going to, remember I said there were 8 questions there. So I'm going to move that in there. And instead of saying switch to costume, I actually don't want to use that one. We're not going to say switch to costume. We're going to say next costume. Right, but we have to start with, yeah, we're going to start with fine because bear A is standing and looking at us. I know it's scary, right? We're pointing direction of 90, we're all set up there. And then 8 times, we're going to wait a second, go to the next costume, move 10 steps. So it's basically this block that we have to go and do 8 times, which took a long time, didn't it? It took a long time to get all those 8 patterns up. But you see, that's like a pattern that's repeating things. And because we're repeating sets of 3 things, we can then go and put those 3 things inside a repeat loop. We call it a loop. It's going round, but it's going to happen 8 times. It's repeating 8 times. We're going to wait a second, go to the next costume. The next costume after bear A, unfortunately, is costume number 2. That's not a walking costume, is it? Nope. So why don't we just change it up a bit? We'll say bear's going to stand up before he starts walking. So we'll start at, you know, this starting point here. We'll make sure, okay, he's going to the right place, but he's going to stand up. So we go to bear B. So we're going to tell him, we're going to tell the program, well, the process or whatever, we're in charge. Okay, you programmers, you're in charge. We are deciding that bear's going to start standing up. Before he starts walking, he's going to stand up. Oh, okay, where should I go? Okay, that's what bears do. So before they start walking, you know, check out where they're going to go. I think anyway, I'm not a zoologist. Right, go to this X and Y, switch to costume B, standing up, pointing direction 90, go that way, and then repeat 8 times, then wait, go to the next costume, move, wait, go to the next costume, move. There's one little magic button that's missing here, or should we say magic, not magic, nothing's magic, we're doing it all. Switch to costume A. So once he reaches the elephant, he's going to stand and look. There we go. Right, what about all this code here? That's messy, isn't it? You just zoom it off your screen, swipe it to the left, to the left, to the left, swipe it to the left. You all sing to me, eh? To the left, to the left. Da, da, da. Right, there we go. Okay, now we're going to see what happens. Switch to costume B, pointing direction 90, repeat 8 times, wait, go to the next costume, move, wait, go to the next costume, move, wait, go to the next costume, move. And remember that in the costumes list over here, the next costume is going to be, if we're going to start at this number 2, it's going to go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to keep going to all those costumes until, well, that 8 times is stopped. So we repeat it 8 times. And after it's done that, changing costumes and moving and waiting 8 times, it's going to switch the retelling bear to put on costume BA. So costume BA. So costume is a picture, okay? It's like the way it looks. We call them costumes in Scratch and in the Zora. Right, so let's go and click our Go green flag button. Oop, there he's standing and he's walking and he's walking. Go on. He's going very slow. And then he's looking. Going quite slow. Hey, we can make him walk faster than that. You know how we can do that? In the wait box, we can make it 0.5. It's half a second. Okay, so in the wait box, we change that to 0.5. Click the green flag. And now he's looking. We actually want him to reach the elephant. How are we going to stop? How are we going to get him to reach the elephant? How are we going to tell the computer, using all these blocks over here, that we want to stop when you reach the elephant? Well, we can do it a couple of ways, but the easiest way is we can control the bear from the keyboard and make him stop with the keyboard. And we do that in this nice little block here called control. Use the pun, control. Right. Guess what we're going to do? Let's see what we've got. What have we got here? Repeat until. This is where we got repeat 8 times, eh? Now we're going to have a different kind of condition here. There's this little condition here saying repeat until. Okay, now I want to repeat, I want to control this bear. I want to stop him by clicking the keyboard. Well, not because I can. I'm the program. I can do what I want. I can do what I want to make this program suitable to a user like me. I want to stop the bear when he gets to just underneath the elephant. He's walking horizontal, you know, like lying down, the X-plane. He's not going up yet. He's going to go walk up just now, but he's going to walk there until he's just underneath this elephant. So I'm going to say repeat until the keyboard is pressed. So I want to press the keyboard to tell him to stop walking. And what I'm going to do is put in, you see there's like a, what do you call the shape? So it's like a diamond, isn't it? I haven't got the right word for it. I'll remember it and I'll give it to you tomorrow. But what we're going to do is put in something called sensing. We're going to repeat until keyboard is pressed. key. Oops. Oops. Right, somebody raised their hand before I get onto that wonderful job. Kwanga. Yes, sweetheart.
Ma'am, ma'am, it's a hexagon.
Oh, thank you, lovey. Hexagon. Wow, good boy. Now we all learned what that shape is. It's a hexagon. Thank you. We're now going to put in our hexagon here. We're going to put in a shape that looks like that. Now I found that one in sensing. Sensing is full of those kind of shapes, hexagons. You see them? And we learned a new word today. Even I learned a new word today. We can verify it later on Google, but hexagon sounds good to me. We're going to put in one of these hexagons here in our sensing block. I clicked on sensing, and I think when the key is pressed, and I'm hoping it's going to be the space key I can use there, and you have to, it's quite tricky to move these in here. You have to move your mouse very carefully, and then when you're hovering over that shape, then you can let go. Oh, there it is. Now I've set it up. I've made it look like, you know, there's a block. We know that it's very similar to this repeat block here. So we're moving them around, and once you've disconnected the pieces from the other puzzle parts, then that code doesn't work when you click this arrow. See? Now this little code here, when I click the green arrow, see, it's only doing that and standing up. I've got to put other code in it to get these other blocks underneath to make it work again. But I'm busy constructing, deconstructing, and reconstructing the code blocks because I want to replace repeat 8 times with repeat until something is pressed, because I want to stop the bear from walking as soon as he's underneath elephant, and then he can go to another direction and walk upwards. Yeah, we're going to do that and make him fly? No, never mind. What we're going to do is take these 3 blocks and go and put them underneath repeat until key space is pressed, and then put our switch costume 2 and then stop all. Switch costume to bear A. So we're not going to use this anymore, so we can go and discard it to the left, to the left. So repeat until key space is pressed. We click the drop down arrow, and let's see, is there a keyboard here? No, there's only the space key. Ah, the space key is the space key. Yeah, the keyboard. Yeah, sorry. Okay. No apologies, until the space key is pressed on the keyboard. You can also go and use the arrows. You can choose any letter that you want, or you can even go right at the bottom and, oops, right at the bottom, right to over there, and choose any, which means click anything on the keyboard. But for now, let's choose the space key till the space is clicked. Then we're going to stop walking and then switch the costume. Switch costume to bear A, then he's standing up. Right, so let's click the green flag. I want to press the space bar. I must be ready with the space bar. Yeah, what? Why did it do that? Oh, you know, oh, let's go and check our code because he knows what he's doing. Okay, all right. I just press, it's quite tricky, eh? 2 participants, right hand. You can help me with this, hey? Right. Nolazi.
It actually is made so that you have to click it like 0. The exact same time before it gets to the elephant.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
right. Yeah, it's got to do with that.
And you have to spam it. Like I'm testing it here and I'm spamming the space.
Okay. I don't even know who's talking. Is it Glenn or Gifts?
Ryan.
Ryan. Oh, Ryan. Okay. Good boy. Well done. Yeah, it is quite tricky, hey? It's very tricky. So this is a nice thing to play with. And I know you guys are very clever and you can do lots of things too. You can help me. Right, so let's go and do that. We're going to do what Ryan, we're going to try and click the space key. I'm just going to check out our code. This is where we do debugging. We call it debugging. Looking for mistakes and fixing them. So when we look carefully at our code, and that's what Ryan was actually doing, looking at the different steps and seeing, you know, what is actually happening here, knowing exactly what's happening each step of the way and in the right order, we can actually, if you swap the order around, you might find it be slightly different. You know, these three over here, if we swap them around, we'd find that it's actually different. Oh, Kwanga and Avi. Kwanga. Yes. Yes,
Ma'am, I didn't have a question. I didn't have a question.
Kwanga. Sorry, Avi, but you had your hand raised. Do you want to say something? Want to help us? Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, good. Good for right. Afua, do you have your hand up, Lovey? Okay. Right, no one else has a hand up. Let's carry on. Right, let's go and see what's going to happen here. So repeat until the key space is pressed. So we're going to wait, go to the next question, move. Yeah, it's got to do with when you press that space key. So we can change the order around here, move and wait. Let's change around and go to the next question, and then we wait. And let's see. I'm going to click the green arrow. Yeah, I don't understand why he stands up all the time. Oh, you know why he's standing up all the time? Because we're going to the next question, and the next question is when he's finished with H, he's going to stand up because the next question is that one, standing and standing up. That's a bit like how bears would walk, isn't it? They'll walk a bit, then they'll stand up, and then they'll look around, and then they'll stand and look, and then they'll continue walking. So that's actually makes sense. So that's fine. We're happy with that. We're happy with him standing in the middle of his walking routine. Eh? That'll be okay. Right. So maybe change it to any keys pressed. So we can actually do that and see what happens. It's better with any key. So there he's going to stand up, and then he's going to walk again, and then I clicked any key. Yeah, it's good enough for me. Right, so I think we've gone as far as we're going to go today. I'm just wondering if we did do all the blocks that we were meant to do. We've got move, pointed directions, switch, costume to, repeat until, go to, wait, second, stop. We haven't done the say block because we're going to have Mr. Bear talking once he reaches the elephant block. When he's on the elephant's block, then we're going to have him talking, saying, hello, elephant, how are you? And there's 3 minutes to go, and now we can go and ask questions and whatever you want to talk about. I will go into the chat. Oh, I will save this. Let's save this program. This is a good thing we can do in the next few minutes. We can save the program, and I can share it with you in the chat. But also remember, you can give me your programs, send them to me via email, iquin@africateengeeks.co.za, which I showed you in the beginning. While I'm actually showing you that, I must just go and Chevelle. Yes, you have a question, Lovey?
Ma'am, may you please go back to your email?
My email, yes, that's a good plan. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, let's go to the email on my PowerPoint slide. Okay, so now you can check out that. Well, I'm going to now go and send on the Can you see the screen? I hope so. Right, I'm just going to go and share in the chat window. I'm going to share the files, this program. I actually want to show you how to save the program, but okay, you do know how to save. Hey, we can go through that again tomorrow. But I'm just going to save this program now, and then I can share it with you.
Ooh.
And maybe if I have time in a lesson, if you want, I can share your programs with the other children. So I'm going to call it lesson 3, Bear Walks lesson 3. So we're going to go and put that into the chat quickly. So if anyone's able to go and open it on their computers, either with Scratch, or you can open it on your phone if you've got the MS Zora on your phone. We are going to share that now in the chat before you all go. If I get it right this time, hey? Right, Bear Walks lesson 3. And it's flying to a computer near you. Okay, raised hands. Yay, you've got raised hands. Okay, Chevelle. In no particular order. I am letting you unmute. I'll ask you to unmute, Chevelle. Oops, I'm not getting this done right. I can't see you anymore. Ryan. Okay, Ryan, you have a question, Lovey?
I have two things to say actually. I once made this extremely insane curse code. And it would be, there's a 50-50 chance it would crash any computer. So I'm glad it didn't do that to mine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is good.
And another thing, I lost the grid. But I was cleaning out the downloads and accidentally I left the grid. I forgot to move the grid into the PC's file storage.
Okay.
So I lost the grid.
Oh. I'll put it on again in the chat, okay? Right.
No, that was yesterday, not
okay.
today.
So you've got it down, eh? Right. Good. Okay, Valencia, you also wanted to ask a question, Lovey?
Ma'am, so you're saying you're going to send like the lesson?
Oh, yes, I just did now. It's in the Zoom group chat. But if your parents send me an email, then I can send it to you on email. That email address that I put up there. Want me to put the email address up again? It's past 11, so we're going to stop now. So we have to stop. But you can send me on the email address, okay? And if you missed anything on the video, you can just watch the video again on the YouTube channel later today when it comes up, and you'll see the email address there. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
For screenshotting the link. Chevelle, bye-bye. Chevelle, have a nice bye-bye, Valencia. Hope you're going to be safe and take care and have a fun day. Bye-bye, everybody. Please keep safe, take care, and have fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Bye, Kabane. Bye-bye. Bye, Africa. Bye. Bye, Glenn. Bye. I see you in your car. That's cool. You're working on the go, eh? Busy, busy. Good plan. Work on the go. Ipe. Okay, Ipe. You can ask a question, Lavi. Hello, sweetheart.
I was just gonna say bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, bye, bye, Ipe. Bye-bye, Lavi. That's sweet of you. No, Africa, I don't teach other classes. Only this one on Africa Teen Geeks. See you tomorrow. Oh, Ben, that looks very exciting. Looks like lots of work you're doing there, Lovey. Good. You can put your camera off now because we're all going. We're going to see you tomorrow. William and James. Mm,
Bye. Bye.
bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Yes, Africa, you have a question.
Sorry, I picked up my hand by mistake.
Oh, okay. That's fine. At least I heard your voice. That's cool. Bye-bye, sweetheart. I'm not leaving until you're all gone, so you must go safely on your way. Bye-bye, everybody. So be safe.